welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Loads going on, so we'll go down into Spain first and give you an update on the action. I'll go detailed, and then after the Spain update, we'll go over to Tim and see what's happening in Sweden. There's absolutely tons going on all over the map. So, trying to finish off Spain down here. They've got a combat recon that my short stack's just about to go into. I've got a main battle tank, a combat recon, and a mechanised, and I'm bringing in a rocket launcher as support, and the rocket launcher's getting there in 34 minutes to start the attack, and the main battle tank's going to be there in 27 minutes, so if they don't finish them off, the rocket launcher will. Bringing this stack of ships down the coast to see if I can find any of the of Spain's amphibious vehicles or boats or whatever they've got, because they did manage to sink 2 of my frigates and a corvette somehow, so they must have had a bit of a strong navy going on, or God knows what. And all over, Morocco had a bit of a fight back, Spain had a bit of a fight back, but I was able to take back the land. I'm just sitting on these cities trying to get them up to speed, so I've got a tank and a mech unit there, and same here. We're on 31% there, 25% there, so Marrakesh will probably be the first one I can leave. Still, there's 0 chance of insurgency there, but in Rabat, it's 25%, 7% chance of insurgency. In Casablanca, 25% chance of insurgency. So as insurgency chances disappear, we'll move the troops to where there is a chance of insurgency and just reinforce those positions. So going quite well, but did have a bit of opposition, and still a couple of contact units there on the radar. So it's not over yet, and it slowed my my advances down. They have taken out the odd troop, And let's go over to Tim before we update you on the other zones. We've got a few more battle zones to update you on. So what's been going on in Sweden?
So I had I think it was the final bit of resistance yesterday afternoon from Sweden. Probably you've already covered that, but you had armoured fighting vehicles and infantry come down. So we fended them off. I lost a couple of infantry, but Jonathan's strikes doing most of the legwork there. But they're all dead. Seem to have a few infantry here in Orebro and Gavla. So I should be able to finish those off pretty quickly and take those 2 cities tonight. Very nice. Just move the ships around Norway's coast a little bit further, and can see that Stavanger's empty, so just going to send some troops there now. So yeah, just slowly sort of widening the borders.
Yeah, your incursion is advancing.
Yeah, and then just moved up into St. Petersburg as well. I think that might have been this morning or last night. So yeah, just going to sort of slowly work around the edge of Finland as well. Take a lot of those empty provinces. All these cities that Sweden's taken in Finland are empty as well. So it's just a matter of occupying the territory, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, you're making good progress. I just forgot to say, actually, there's a couple of live battles going on that I'll take you to in a moment. And just incidentally, St. Petersburg, that's Russia. That was Russian controlled. So you're hitting into Russia. Have you had any sign of life from Russia?
There were some troops sat in a random province, sort of somewhere around Ukraine, sort of territory, and around sort of Belarus. But that's all I've had so far. St. Petersburg was empty.
Yeah. I've just had a notification that one of my frigates has gone into battle, so let's just have a look at that. There's some live action. We'll come back to Sweden in a minute. Here we go. So Libya have started fighting back, and there's all sorts going on. Looks like they came up from here with a short stack. I've engaged them in combat, so here it is. They've got a combat recon vehicle and 2 motorised infantry. I was able to hit them with my stack of aircraft that I moved over, but then I had to stop using the aircraft because this frigate appeared. And I know that's a frigate because it came up somewhere at one point. I think in the notifications up here it tells you a bit more. So I bought my stack of ships from over here, and they've just engaged in combat. So yeah, so they've just attacked, and they'll attack again in 58 minutes. Oh look, yes, we've eliminated them literally while I was talking. Okay, so this division came out of Tripoli and attacked them, and with the help and backup of the rocket launcher, both their combined attacks helped and destroyed the unit. So let me have a think. I'll move this short stack back into Tripoli because there's quite a high chance of incursion there, 33%. So we'll get them back in, and then these guys have just combined, so we've got a battle tank, main battle tank, and a mechanized infantry. I probably will just retake all this land then. So we'll just start him up there, and then using waypoints, just send him down, and take all this land. So that's going to help the surrounding cities become a bit happier, increase the morale, and then they're less likely to suffer an incursion. Then we'll send him across the map down there and take some more land. And I've got my main sort of stack is a bit shorter than it was, so one main battle tank, one mech, and I'm just land grabbing, so we'll get more notice of Libya attacking, and then we'll go into Benghazi. It's a homeland city, so it just leaves one homeland city left, which is Al Jorf. When probably take it with this tank when he gets round. Just go up into there. I did try flying in some reinforcements into Tripoli. They flew right over the frigate. I lost one plane which had combat recon and a motorised troop, and I just by the skin of my teeth saved a mechanised infantry unit. Look at the health. They're basically down to 2.1 hit points out of 10. So I'm sending them back to flying them over to Rome to get some healing in the hospital. But yeah, I mean, God, the mobilisation is really quite fast because I've got an airport in Rome, Tunisia, and there was one in Tripoli that survived enough. You only need 40%, so survival of the airbase for it to be used. So it's coming on, but I have lost units. And Libya are fighting back, so we'll see how that goes. And then once I've consolidated Morocco and Libya, and everyone's happy, yeah, I'll be able to move into Algeria probably, and then finish off Egypt, and then I'll have the north tip of Africa. Then I'll be able to start thinking about where I'm going to move down next, maybe Sudan and Chad. But we'll go over to Jonathan and see what's happening with him. I've sent you my rocket launcher.
Yes, yeah, you certainly have. Yeah, it's going well. I'm starting to take Kharkiv and Rostov-on-Don to the east, so I'll be starting my incursion into Russian territory. It's been a bit of a slow burn taking Turkey. I've just kind of been like moving my troops around and kind of consolidating them a bit, gathering some of these special forces together to. I've worked out how they work. So they've got a range which they can fly in, but they don't actually need to fly from an airport. Just as long as they're within range of one, they can air assault cities. So with that knowledge, I can just move them between all of these Syrian cities and take that. But first, I'm just going to finish taking the rest of Turkey and then let all my other units get into place. And yeah, slowly start pushing east into Volgograd and Voronezh, and I'll probably end up meeting you halfway there, Tim. I'm making some more anti-air and radars to send east as well. The more we're expanding, the more territory there is to cover, so I think there's definitely the demand for it. And yeah, I sent a stack, my main stack of planes over to help with the troops in Tunis, but it appears you've already dealt with them. But I will keep them there for now, just in case there's any more peep out of Libya. And where would you like my anti-air?
Oh, Jonathan, just while I remember, they had the specialist infantry officer around here on my screen, and I was able to take him out. He was trying to meet him up with another stack over here that I just took out as well on screen. So that was a nice hit. don't know
Oh,
why.
no.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he was trying to move his elite officer unit on its own. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Where were you?
Yeah.
Mm.
But that's all dead now, though, is it? So
Yeah.
I can't quite tell where you were pointing towards. Was it like west of Tripoli?
It was actually the elite unit was south of Misrata, and there's a tank unit just south of Misrata, and that tank unit took out the elite unit with the help of my planes actually. So that was good, and the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher helped. And he went.
Oh, it's crazy now. Like just 2 units, and they've got 20 offense and 22 defense. That's really strong.
Where's that?
Just the unit you're referring to, the 5th Tank Battalion.
Oh, my units, yeah. Oh god, I hadn't looked at that. So let's check it out. The tank's got 9 attack on infantry and tanks, and then these guys, advanced mechanized, they've got sort of 6 and 8 attack on infantry. And so yeah, we look at the offense 20, defense 22 there. Unit speed's quite fast. When they're together, they can go a bit faster than some others. 1.3 we've got at the moment, which is very fast actually, almost as fast as some ships. And just be careful of that frigate in there, Jonathan. So there's a frigate on the coast of Libya that's been causing me a bit of damage on some transport planes.
Do you know how many it is?
I think it's just 1.
If you were to move your ships a tiny bit closer, I think it would tell you. I could take a chance and just finish it off, but it depends. Are you going to lose one of your boats? Like, you'll probably take it out without losing anything, won't you?
Yeah, I think I'll be alright. I'll just move my rocket launcher into the attack. He'll be an hour and 25. I'll rush him, so that'll be 56 minutes. The next attack from the ships is in 52 minutes. So I think I'll be fine, because they've already taken an attack, and it looks like it's just spreading out between them all. They are a bit battered. They're all, you know... I wanted to ask, how do you heal your ships? Because I couldn't work out how to get them into a port.
Right, this is a good thing to talk about. They need to be in coastal waters. I think it's any coastal waters. And a way to tell is to go on the land modes, the toggle terrain types.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's really not clear otherwise. But if you actually click on your ship, you'll be able to see where it is currently. So you click on it, you've got the little coalition flag to the right of that. It says it's in coastal waters. And like if you're in desert, then it will say desert, so on and so forth. But yeah, they only heal when they're in coastal waters, and it's a fixed rate. I don't know if it's more if like you're near like a level 3 port that you own or something like that. That would make sense. But yeah, another thing to consider with the shallow and the deep water is like where your ships and your subs could be. Tim, I'm not sure if you already mentioned this, but you were fighting some of Sweden's subs before, right?
Yeah, he's had them all in coastal water.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense, you know, if they're just poking out the top of the water, then they're going to be easier to kill. And likewise, your corvettes, they don't fare well on the high seas, and they lose like half of their hit points if they're out there.
Oh.
And in these waters, once we approach the Red Sea, that's really useful to consider, because it is all coastal waters when you go down through the Red Sea. So it's not good to send subs through there at all.
Okay, yeah, that's really good to know. I can see the lighter shades nearer the coast, and yeah, just to be sure, maybe it's worth sending them nearest your highest level naval base. If they're really damaged, you want to make sure they're healing. Yeah, so that's good to know. Just realised I've got a bit of movement going along on the map. These air bases are really, really useful. So just going to fly this mechanised back up into Tripoli. Hopefully get rid of the frigate by the time they're flying in. Otherwise I'll send them to Tunis. And got a tank coming across the water into North Africa. So I've got the odd bit of backup coming, but really spread out at the minute. But like you say, just those 2 units in one stack have got an offence of 20 and defence of 22, so it's pretty good. They're pretty strong.
Hmm.
So I wanted to talk about my rocket launcher with you going into Syria. So once I can park the rocket launcher on Aleppo, it'll probably be able to reach 3 or 4 cities. And I can help shell Aleppo in the meantime. They've got a couple of contacts there. It may be that they're sending reinforcements to Aleppo, and it looks like they're expecting a visit, because the 2 contacts on the radar in Aleppo in North Syria, they're not together, which would tell me that they're in the process of moving a contact into the city. And then there's one on its way, it looks like. So they're building up their defence in Aleppo.
Something that's worth noting there too is that I set a path to take all this land and to go to Diyarbakir. Now that's been interrupted by actually 2 incursions. Somehow some Ukrainian troops have got into the northeast territory of Hopa, and Iraq has started pushing to Diyarbakir. I really don't know what the game is here, but I could be at war with another nation before I go to Syria, so maybe I just want to avoid that.
Okay.
It'll be good to keep an eye on what Iraq is doing.
Yeah, they're right next to Serbia, aren't they? It's difficult to see what they're doing, really. I'll go on the political view, because that's a bit easier. Yeah, they've got a couple of rogue states. Yeah, maybe Serbia will swallow them up. Does look like Serbia's been busy. They've taken over the rest of their island, and they're probably focusing on Iraq, or maybe defence in the north against your incursion.
Yeah, I think the best thing would be if you were to just move your rocket launcher south of Adana. You see there's that little the line going down there. You could sit it right on there, and you'd be able to hit Aleppo and Latakia. And I'll amass my troops in Adana and then just move into Aleppo, and then your rocket launcher will be completely defended.
Yeah, if I move it too far forward too quickly, it may get attacked, especially if they're active. So maybe if I just inch it forward.
No. Well, I mean, it's actually a different path. So to get to this path, which is south of Adana, they need to go through Adana, and I'll keep some troops on there too, along with anti-air. So it will literally be impervious unless they've got rocket launchers of their own.
Oh, so there's a path directly south of Adana?
Yeah.
It's
and
not...
which can't even be accessed by naval infantry.
The only path I can access is west of Adana. The one directly south is not letting me move.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it looks like a path, but it isn't.
Yeah, maybe. It isn't. It's a road. It's part of the city.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like the
maybe
city graphic.
A bit closer than that.
But I could move it east of Adana, and that gets me ever so slightly closer, I think.
Oh, and also east of Adana is mountainous region, right? And you get plus 25% on your attack for all artillery and mountains.
Oh, nice. And if you could send maybe one support unit to sit with him, is that worth doing?
Yeah,
just to, so there's a little
absolutely.
bit.
I'll have plenty of troops there, so I'll send it through, and I'll definitely be ready to attack by tomorrow.
Great. And shall I just start attacking straight away?
Attacking Aleppo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or wait for you.
It's up to you. It depends if we think they're going to actually try and move towards Adana.
They probably would move to Adana if they're being attacked, and it's quite weak. So maybe wait.
But you can see like that. There's one path that comes directly from Aleppo to the mountainous region. If you were to go down the left or the right one, then they'd actually need to go backwards out of their city and round, which would take longer.
Yeah, so I'd have time, but then you're quite weakly defended.
I won't be soon. I'm sending this stack of like mobile anti-air special forces motorized, and I've got an infantry officer on the way too with some SAM turrets.
Oh yeah, I can see your stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to get there. Oh, it'll only take 3 hours.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. All right, I'll move into the attack then. That's fine. It'll take me 1 hour 21 minutes to get into position, and I'll start shelling them. Hopefully, I'm in range by then.
I'll stick a couple of units just ahead, like just in case they decide to move them in. Can I see? Yeah. All right. So you've actually put it on the centre of the province there. That's good because that'll also give you the entrenchment bonus.
It'll give a what bonus?
The entrenchment bonus. Have we talked about this before?
No.
All right. So if you're on a city or any province, if you're on the centre of it, then you automatically get 25% defence, and that comes up if you select any unit that's on a city. Then where I was saying the environment before, if it's a city, it's always urban. So the left of it, you get a little castle, which says entrenchment. So ignoring damage reduced, incoming damage reduced by 25%, and that's like on top of whatever defense bonus your bunker will be giving you. So like even if it says that you've got like 0% defense bonus within your city when you click on it, you'll still have that 25% if they're actually on the centre of a city or a province. And that's really important to consider.
Yeah, sorry. I can see the entrenchment bonus. I just thought I'd see if I was in range of Aleppo, if I was actually in Adana. And I am. I'm in range. I've upgraded, and I've got an attack range of 85. So shall I just stay in Adana?
Well, just be careful, right? Like, so you can choose to attack the city, or you can attack the ground radar contact. Always go for the ground radar contact. And actually having the radar there will allow you to see it and target it. The issue is if you just attack the city, then when there's no troops there, you'll keep attacking and you'll kill civilians. So you need to kind of know what you're shooting at. So make sure it says ground radar contact when you actually confirm the attack.
Okay. Oh, I hadn't realised that. I don't know how many cities I've just been randomly shelling then, so that's not good. Okay. And that will hurt their morale for sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's another thing to consider with ships. Like if you're kind of just destroying buildings, especially on a coast, then you will incur like a lot of civilian deaths, and ultimately it will harm your morale.
Yeah, okay, maybe I've done that a bit with Libya, so it'll take a while for their morale to come back.
You can just have a look, you can see the population levels, so if there's a city you've been shelling a lot, for example Tripoli, that's a 5.9, which is a little bit below Tunis and Sirte, so I would suggest that that's been like hit a little bit more.
Yeah.
Probably by that you've got there.
Yeah, I did hit them a bit.
Palermo, that's all the way down at 5.2.
Where is?
Palermo.
Oh, yeah, I did hammer that with a ship as well. Yeah, okay. Good to know.
And the population level also ties directly into your victory points. And you want that to rise over time, and you can do that by building bunkers and hospitals to help the population growth. So it's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, sure. I've just engaged. Oh wow! I've just engaged a combat recon vehicle with my small stack in Spain, and almost wiped it out. They've got 3.4 hit points left out of 17, and my rocket launcher is 11 minutes away from attacking it, and the short stack is 59 minutes away. So the rocket launcher is probably going to finish that off, and then I'll move into the last city, which is showing a radar contact. But yeah, pretty battle damaged units there, so they'll need to heal up a bit. So we'll see how they get on. And Tim, what have you been building? We need more of an update from you, because we just did a brief one earlier before I went into some live battles.
Yeah, so what have I got? I've got got one motorised infantry coming in Manchester. I'm just going to keep churning those out to help with taking Sweden. Got a Corvette on the way, but not a lot else. I've just been too short of electronics. I've now basically built up a bit of a surplus of components, and I've just got no electronics to actually build any more ships. So
oh, I've got tons of electronics. I could trade you some later if you want.
yeah, sure. But yeah, I've been upgrading all my arms industries, and I've been building bunkers as well in all my cities because the AI has enjoyed declaring war on me so much in this game. My morale is absolutely shot. Like, it's so bad. I'm at war with 10 nations because, like Morocco, for example, declared war on me a couple of days ago for whatever reason. Absolutely no reason for that. The AI just does weird things like that sometimes. But yeah, my morale's currently sat sort of low 70s to high 60s. So
Morocco are gone now, so
yeah. Hopefully they I don't know. I changed my status to peace straight away, but they didn't return that.
I think they were still player controlled at that point, but now they're gone. Maybe they'll default back. Okay. Are you researching anything?
Yeah. Currently just the ship upgrade for level 3 destroyers.
Very nice. Okay. So yeah, it's all coming on in Sweden. I'm just going to deep dive into some of this. So you've got your ships outside Gavel.
All ahead full.
Oh, it's a big stack. Are you gonna? How come you're not attacking them already?
Well,
Where are you? You're 14 seconds away from attacking with your vehicles. Is that right? In Gavel in Sweden.
Oh yeah.
4 seconds. 3. There we go. You're attacking them. Are you going to get your ships to attack them too, or just leave it to your troops?
Yeah, I was getting.
Lost.
I think it was only my naval officer that was actually in range of attacking. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe not quite in range yet, or just one of them was. Okay. You'll win that pretty easily, so that's good. And then
if they got just one.
Just the local industry there. They've got an airfield near southwest of Gavel, north of Obrero, and you've got your units going across. Lots of motorised infantry doing a bit of land grabbing with that stack west of Obrero.
Yeah.
And then sitting on Stockholm with 2 troops. Do you normally put 2 troops on a city? Do they get happier quicker that way with their morale?
I usually, it sort of depends what I've got available. If I've only got one available when I realistically want to be using the others for land grabbing, I'll probably just leave one. Yeah. I normally just use one. It is a lot less likely to go rogue if you have more than one.
Yeah.
Or you're less likely to lose the troop. But
you're sending a short stack, a combat recon, and a motorised over to Stavanger. And you've got a ship outside to shell anyone if they come in, but it's empty. So that's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You look like you've got plenty of like excess troops, but God, there's a lot of land grabbing to do once you get some of the cities there, and a lot more cities.
Yeah. Once that's all taken, we should be up to around 40 to 45 cities. So
cool.
Definitely be in a strong position then.
Yeah. And just to note on my resources, I've managed to increase my supplies by about 40 actually an hour, and components 20 an hour. I've been building local industries on some of these tiles over there and over there, and I want to just keep building local industries and arms industries. But again, like same as you, Tim, I've been struggling a bit with resources. But if you look at my build queue, I've got it pretty much full apart from Paris. So I've got a frigate being built, got a mechanised infantry ×2, got a rocket launcher halfway through, and then I've got a couple of naval infantry. Now, this will help you, me, and everyone, because I'll take out these small little islands that are left, and that way it'll completely finish off these players that we're at war with, and it'll hopefully help our morale.
True.
Yeah.
True. Germany still has one province left just off their coast, which is stopping that war from ending.
In the north
Oh,
or the south?
Yeah. In the north, top, connected to Denmark.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so I could send. I've got 2 naval units, so I could send one north to there, and
There's loads of islands in and around Sweden and Finland to be collected up.
okay, yeah.
And Faroe Islands, yeah. Denmark's got a few little places dotted
Little
around.
ones in and around, yeah. And then in the Mediterranean, there's a few. Greece have a few. Spain, just west of Italy, and then Spanish one down here, the Canarias. I presume that's the Canary Islands, but not sure. Okay, cool. 4 minutes to attack from the artillery there. Okay, I think we've done a good update. We've covered most of it anyway. Any last points to add?
No.
Yeah, I think we've covered everything. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, it's been a good one. We'll see you in the next episode where we're just going to expand and keep attacking, and there's going to be all sorts of interesting things happening. So we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them.
See ya.
See ya.
Over and out.